are on Oholot, Perek Yud Bet, Mishnah Zayin, 7th Mishnah in the 12th chapter of Masechet Oholot. So we're talking about an ohel, and you have to have a potech tefach. You have to have at least an area of a tefach in order to, and tefach by tefach, and the height of a tefach, in order for it to be an ohel. Says the Mishnah. So what happens if you have a log and you have tumah under a log? Does the tumah transfer or not? Says the Mishnah. Amud shu mutal la'avir. If you have an amud, a beam, really a log, that's mutal be'avir. I mean, it's not in a house; it's outside. Im yesh behekefo 24 tefachim. If it has a circumference of 24 tefachim, meviyat tumah tachat dofno. Then it can transfer tumah under its dofin is its wall, but meaning under its circumference. Ve'im lav, and if not, tumah bokat ve'ola bokat v'yorad. And then the tumah bokat protrudes up and down, goes up and down, but doesn't transfer. I mean, is it an ohel or not? It depends. If the circumference of this beam, log, here you have a log. You have tumah under it. I don't know why you put it on this side. Tumah under it. The question is, does the log transfer tumah? I would say, although I don't know why I did it this way, I would have done it down. Like if I had a tumah here, then does it transfer to a kli over here or not? So the question is, how wide is the log? What's the circumference? So if the circumference is 24, so the Gemara, remember the Mishnah feels it's about 8. The average is, it's 3 to 1. Even though it's 3.14 to 1 is 8. What's the logic? So there's a long bar tenura that I'm not going to make you read because it's math. And math is very hard to do, especially in Hebrew and Old Hebrew. But basically it's as follows. We know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So you have a, b. So if you have 1 and 1, then the hypotenuse is square root of 2. 1 plus 1, so it's the square root of 2, which is approximately 1 1/5. But here I have 8, because remember, if the height is 8, if it's 24 around, so it's 8 here. So it's 8 and 8. So this hypotenuse is 8 times 7/5, 56 fifths. Which leaves you, and then you subtract the 8 over here. You mathematicians are following, everybody else is like, whatever, okay? Meaning you have, which is 56 fifths, which is 8 plus 16 fifths, which means that on this corner here, this corner is about approximately 8 fifths, 1 3/5. So and you need about 1 3/5 to get 1 and 1. It's a little bit more, but that's exactly the point. That's what the Mishnah says. If you have 24 around, you have 8 over here, and that'll leave you a little bit more than a tefach. The Bartidira says it's close enough, a little bit more than a tefach over here, a tefach by a tefach, and that means that this is an ohel. So if you have tumah on one side of the log, as long as it's 8 over here, as long as you have over here, it could transfer all the way down the rest of the log. I hope that was clear. It took me a while to wrap my head around it, but it's basically a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You find this hypotenuse, and you mind it, you subtract the 8, and then whatever, you get the point. If you have comments or questions, or your math is better than my math, send me an email, rspolter@gmail.com, or WhatsApp, or join our Telegram group. Very popular nowadays. Make it a great day.